over to you.
Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Leena Shah Show. How are you today? We are going right across the world on our YouTube, on our social media as well. My name is Schehzad Shah. And the reason कि आज मैं शो को open कर रहा हूँ is because Leena ji is not here. Leena ji has traveled back to 1998, and I would like to, if I may, share with you a picture of Leena Shah. This is at the age of 16. And apparently, we had a bit of a time traveling situation. What's going on?
Oh, hello. Hi, everybody.
Wow,
Okay.
the bangs.
I got a makeover.
That's the last time she had bangs, when she was 16.
Yeah, that was the last time.
And now that she's 18, she's done it again.
Yeah, just 2 years.
Wow.
Going
So,
on 44, honey.
Tell me all about this.
So, it all started off with me going for a haircut.
Yeah.
And usually when I do go for a haircut, I'm just like, just give me a regular cut. Like, give me like a trim. That's it. Because I'm trying to grow my hair. And today I was in an experimental mode.
You're feeling naughty on a Friday.
Yes, that too. And also because this week has been so exponential when it comes to the growth of the show and our platform. And these days, Schehzad knows I am feeling experimental because instead of signing up for a month, I sign up for a year.
Oh my God. You don't want to know how many dollars, but never mind.
Yes. Hopefully that will be taken care
Yes.
of. But yes, I was feeling very naughty and experimental. And I said, you know what? Why not? And I did some before and after, bangs pictures of celebrities. And, they look better after they're banged. So
They look better after the bangs.
yeah.
Sorry, for men, because I just found out like 5 years ago what bangs are. Bangs, basically, as you can see, is where the hair is cut right at the eye, so they just fall just on top of the eye. Am I saying this correctly?
Yes. Everyone knows what a bang is and everyone knows what bangs are.
Oh, okay. I suppose it was just me then. Well, you look great.
Thank you so much. And I got into my whole rocker chick
Very nice.
look as well. So it's a Friday, and this is the fourth week.
The end of the fourth week.
The end of the fourth week. So it's been about 1 month now for this show. So yay! We deserve to celebrate 1 month of the Leena Shah video show. And though you may not be able to see a lot of it, because for us, the growth has been behind the scenes, behind the mic, behind the cameras, the platforms that we're choosing to go, and the people that we are actually meeting. There's so much going on, and hopefully, ये जो exponential growth हुई है in the last week, you'll be able to see it next week as well. We're just... fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah. Lots of things in the works that we
Right.
plan to do as well. And we have all new Leena Shah as well.
Yes. Instead of the Leena Shah, the new Leena Shah.
With Leena Shah 2.0.
Yeah. Or should you say the new Leena Shah video show?
What, we're going to rebrand it now? We've just started.
Yes, we're not rebranding. This is
By the way, what else can you do with bangs?
right now, I want to stay like this for the entire summer.
But pasina aa raha ho to?
I mean, beauty is pain.
Fair enough. I'd just take a clip and just...
Yeah, I mean, once they grow, I can have them on the side. I can flip them over like this as well. But I may want to do that and fall.
I think this would really work well in the swimming pool, because when you're swimming, it's like if you don't have a swimming hat,
Yeah.
a cap,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's like they won't come.
Yeah, you come out of the pool and you're all set to rock for a photo shoot.
I'm imagining a photo shoot. Yes,
Right there. So, Schehzad, tell me how you're feeling about 1 month, and this is you coming back on the mic after a long time, but you coming back on the camera after a very long time as well, because Schehzad has that experience on TV. Like, as far as my TV experience goes, I was always in a talk show environment. but you were always the solo host, and now this is like a comeback. How does that feel?
Well, it's been so long, like you said, and it's been a very long time. And I kind of got back completely into corporate and, doing a job, mom, hi, mom, how are you? Getting into a job, mom bhi kahe ki, hi, mera beta. It's like
Right.
he's not an entertainer. He works in an office. He has his own desk and he's doing things that matter.
Right.
So now coming back to this, and I feel that mom is super proud as well. It's something which I am so passionate about, specifically about talking about things which is just about sharing knowledge and just about talking about things about history, which we have today as well. I know it's Friday. I know you didn't like history back in school, but trust me, the kind of history we have, this is an all new kind of history.
Yeah.
So it's been a learning curve for me as well. I still think there's some angles I need to set, कि profile meri kaun si behtar hai, and I was thinking I was blinking too much in the start.
Shehzad, I have to say, you are one of those people jiska har angle perfect hai. Because dono taraf dimples hain. For me, if I have to show my dimply side, I have to show like this.
Wow.
If I have to show my simply side, I have to show like this.
It's dimply and simply sides.
Yeah, simply dimply. But for you, आप इस तरह करें या इस तरह करें? जरा करके दिखाएं कैमरे को.
नहीं.
अच्छा थोड़ा सा. Smile. You can't see the dimples. Yeah, so you get to see.
You are far too kind.
Yeah, beautiful. But yes, the hair does make a difference.
Yeah?
I see a certain S shape in your hair today.
Really? I was looking more of a C shape.
Yeah, it's like a
wave?
S. Yeah, very
Okay,
nice. That's
okay.
what you want to get.
Okay.
Pay hundreds of dollars to get that S.
Hey, $5 says out, I'm not going to go.
I'm not gonna take $5.
Oh.
The only person who's gonna cut your hair for $5 is me. And even I'm not taking $5.
No. Okay, I'll have to up my budget then for a haircut.
Budget. Love that.
And,
आज मैंने देखा कि आपके donkey का भी एक जबरदस्त haircut
oh
हुआ
yeah,
है.
he's got a mohawk. You see that?
Oh, nice.
Got a mohawk right there. Look at him. He's ready to go. Yes, mate.
Yeah.
So the weekend's here. Before we get into everything we're going to talk about, weekend. What do we have?
So this weekend we have some iftars and some sehris.
Uh-huh.
One iftar and one sehri.
Oh, the iftar, the one we were talking, the one today.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
So we have an iftar today and we have a sehri on early Sunday morning, Saturday night, of course. So that's what's happening. Houston is bustling. And then on Sunday evening, we have another iftar, which is like the mayor's iftar. And apparently there is a controversy. And that controversy is that I think it's PAGH and another Pakistani organizations that they have boycotted the mayor's iftar just because they want the mayor to say something about the situation in Gaza.
Uh-huh.
And I would like to go on the record and say that the only way to get to people to listen to you is not by boycotting anything. It's because when you boycott something, you're not even there. The only way to be assertive is to be assertive, to be there in their face and say it again and again and again and again and again till you're heard. अगर आप किसी भी चीज का boycott कर रहे हैं, then what happens as a result of that? You disappeared.
It's like Manny killed. I said, okay, that's fine. Don't play. It's
Yeah,
okay.
so I would certainly take this platform and this opportunity to urge all those people who are actually, boycotting this event for the sake that they want their voices to be heard. I would say the best way to get your voice heard is grab a mic and say it. And many of these people who are actually boycotting this event do have the power of the mic. They do have that following on social media. They do have that network where they can go and have a one-to-one and ask the same question again and again and again and again till you get an answer. The way to get things done is not by disappearing, but it's by actually asserting yourself again and again, making sure that you're heard, making sure that you have a point, making sure that you're taken seriously. That's why showing up is the biggest part of any struggle. Showing up is the biggest part of any revolution. For example, take a revolution in any country in the world. If people just decide, oh, you know what, we're just going to boycott the elections, we're going to sit at home, no one's going to care. The way to do it is you go there, you say that you came and voted, but you did not vote for that person. Or you didn't even, you voted for the opposition. But until unless you're not going to go there and show your presence in large numbers, this change is not possible.
Wow.
I mean, those are just my 2 cents on it. I'm going to the event. And if I get a chance to speak to the mayor, and yes, the mayor takes pictures with everybody right as soon as Iftar is announced. There is a place where the mayor goes and sits, and there's a huge line. Everyone's trying to take pictures. Why don't you line up in that line, like hundreds of you who are boycotting this event, and get a picture and get a video with the mayor and take that video while you're saying, please say something. Please say something. Please realize something, and post that all over social media. Now imagine the power of that rather than you just not showing up.
So if you have, the way it works is that if you have all these people, these hundreds of people lined up to take a picture and also maybe speak to the mayor, is the food less crowded, the food area? Just checking.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Wow.
You can either make a run to take a picture with the mayor, or you can make a run for the food.
Well, you just need to have your priorities right. That's it.
So we know exactly where Schehzad's going to be headed.
And we know exactly where Leena's going to be headed as well.
Yes. I'm not going to be headed, like beheaded.
Oh. Surely headed is the opposite of beheaded, no?
Yes. I will be headed.
I will be headed. Nice.
I will be headed, since we did the beheaded vibes
Yes.
last week. So I will be headed towards the line that's taking pictures with the mayor, and whatever is my agenda, I'll make sure I say it.
And what is your agenda?
Watch the podcast, Mayor.
Okay.
That's it. I just want him to watch the podcast.
Wonderful. It's great that it's the two of us doing this podcast, so Leena can do the dirty work and I can stay in the buffet area as well. I'll get some food for you if you want as well.
But you will be taking pictures of me and creating content while I'm taking pictures with the mayor. You do know that, right?
You can have multitask. You can have kebabs in one hand and a camera in the other.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what, Leena?
Schehzad, that's all I was thinking.
I am so happy that you're passionate about these things, and so should the local community. I think we, being in Houston, Texas right now and broadcasting from Houston, Texas, and Leena always talks to me about Houston, Texas and this city and what it's given to her. She is someone who's very passionate about this city, and so am I now. You know, it's a great vibe, and the fact that the meaning of community is kind of to get together, to try to solve these problems, to try to talk some sense rather than just saying, oh, that's the opposition, so what they're doing is wrong, what we're doing is right. I think we need to go beyond that paradigm of an argument and come to a paradigm of discussion. And I'm so happy that you feel that way.
I would say, Schehzad, that being in this country, being an immigrant, when I landed first in this country.
Did you land at Ellis Island?
No, I landed at IAH.
Okay.
So it's a country that has given me so much. And when it comes to identity, that is the most important part. That's the most biggest crisis that many of us who actually migrate to a different country do go through. And in our case, when we have lived in so many different countries, you know, you have that identity crisis. Who are you passionate most about? Are you passionate about Saudi Arabia, where you spent most of your childhood? Are you more passionate about Pakistan? That's where your parents are from, and you spent some time and good memories over there as well. Are you passionate about the United States of America, the country that has given you the freedom to think, the freedom to speak, and the freedom to prosper? And when things matter to you, you want to participate, you want to be heard. So I think right now for the Desi community, the biggest thing is they come forward and be known that we are here, because no one's going to go and look at the statistics. Oh, we need to do something for these people. They will have only the voices that are in front of them. And the majority wins in this situation. So whoever the majority is going to be, they are going to be heard. So showing up is the biggest part of this whole identity establishment. That's the only way we can establish ourselves as we are. That is only how people will accept. Because deep down inside, we do know there's a huge number of people in this country who do not like immigrants. There's a huge number of people in this country who actually know that this country won't run without immigrants, because everyone is an immigrant. I mean, Christopher Columbus, when he came here for the first time, was an immigrant. So all of us are immigrants here. Some are older, some are newer. But the only way to matter and make this place a better place for your kids and for yourself is to show up, no matter what the event is.
And I think that actually is a bigger metaphor as well in life, to show up. Whether it's a job, before that you can have a job interview. Hey, show up. You know, you want to be a great father, a great mother to your kids. Hey, show up.
Right.
You know, and
right.
I think showing up should be the mantra of this weekend and this week that we're gonna have. Is just all you have to do is show up.
Absolutely, Schehzad. And it's what keeps us alive. It's what makes our dreams flourish. अगर हम घर में बैठे रहेंगे, we are just gonna wither and die. As a person, as a culture, for some as a religion, just wither and die if you stay at home. And that is why human beings are called social animals, is because we all only matter when we are together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be eaten by the primates or the cheetahs or the crocodiles, because we are vulnerable like that. Our strength is, whether it's the jungle or it's a village or it's an urban city, lies in coming together as a race, you know, based on opinions, based on things that matter, based on justice, based on, you know, voicing for the poor, voicing for the underprivileged, voicing for other countries in the world that have conflicts going on. We are standing for Ukraine. We are standing for Gaza. We are standing for identity. We're standing for people who do not have justice, for women who are battered, for children who are homeless. But it will only matter when we stand together on something. So I'd say, please do not boycott this event that is happening, the Mayor's Iftar, the Houston Mayor's Iftar, that has been happening for over a decade. And do not boycott this. Please be a part of it and voice your opinion. Voice what matters to you. Because disappearing, it's not going to prove anything. It's not going to do anything, let alone prove. Who's there to prove anything when you have disappeared? So my 2 cents on today's topic.
Wow.
What are
Leena's on a roll, man.
What are your plans for the weekend?
Dude, I woke up today thinking about, you know, things, some of the news headlines that I can discuss in the show. I tried to find something inspirational, like yourself. Some of the things I could find, on the contrary, were American influencer identifies as a dog, sleeps in a crate, and is rewarded with dog treats.
What?
This was right at the top of my news feed. Now, I don't know what algorithm I am in, but can you please take me out of this algorithm?
I'll tell you what algorithm you're in.
Yeah.
You're in the dog algorithm.
Ah, I see.
This is dog news.
This is not dog news, Leena. How dare you?
This is dog news. A human being has joined the dog community. It is dog news.
Listen, each to their own. I'm sorry I get a bit riled up. Each to their own, as long as they're not telling me to do the same. So, hey, whatever makes you happy, whatever
Right.
keeps you content in life. I found some other news as well in terms of some certain websites now being banned in the Texas state.
Are we going to show those websites on the screen?
No, certainly not. But I did. So these are websites that usually majority of their users are men. So these are websites that
Pornographic.
pornographic websites. Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Simple,
mean-
technical word. Good. Pornographic websites have now been banned in Texas because now they're saying, now I actually went to one of these websites yesterday. This was just for research purposes.
I understand.
Oh, purely.
Of course.
What? Of course.
I mean, of course you were researching for the show.
Okay.
Hence, you had to go to this dodgy website.
As long as you're not being sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic.
You're being serious.
Yeah, I'm very serious. Can't you see my face? So serious.
So I went to one of these websites for research purposes. Up there is this whole long few pages they have.
Okay.
In terms of this new rule that has come about and how we feel about the rule and how we, as in the association, which is responsible for these websites, says how it has to be done in a responsible way, anyone who wants to go to these websites, but however they feel that the age verification process that has now been put into practice by the powers that be is not realistic. So I kept reading. So they kept saying that, we believe it has to be done in a responsible way. And of course, everyone should be responsible too. But essentially, this is kind of a message coming back from that association to the government saying that, hey, okay, we know you banned us, but this is what we want to do because they're missing out on millions of people in Texas.
Right.
For now. So this is the other news that I came up with earlier today. And since it's a Friday, I'd like to talk about some good news, Leena.
Okay.
I'd like to talk about not too far from Houston, Texas, we have the Galveston Beach. And on the Galveston Beach recently, since in today's news I could only find the dog influencer and whatnot, so this is probably from 1 week ago, they have actually found, so this is the Galveston and the Bolivia Peninsula.
Do we have it here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So if you go to the
Oh,
last one
nice.
out of the
Yeah.
four.
Let's do this.
So, so these beaches are glowing with bioluminescence.
Wow.
And bioluminescence, first of all, is such an interesting thing within nature. There's a very famous beach, Leena, in the Maldives, I believe. It's called the Sea of Stars.
Okay.
Apparently there you have many more occurrences, even though it's a rare thing in other places around the world.
Right.
But in that area, for some reason, on that beach, you have many more occurrences, and it's called the Sea of Stars.
Wow.
So this is basically algae that are a certain kind of algae that is plankton, belongs to the plant plankton family, if you want to call it, when we speak about evolution. So they basically react with movement and the moving water to create such a light.
Wow.
And also, it's like if you just go there, like some people have described it like the Northern Lights. Like it's such a holy experience to just walk in it, to just touch it with your hand and
Wow.
just see this glowing blue water on your hand.
Beautiful.
People have described this as as you could see, as a magical experience. And I don't know if you've missed it now, if it's still there or not, but this is just so beautiful. And bioluminescence exists a lot within the deep sea. If you go beyond the place where the sunlight can penetrate in the sea, if you go beyond 1,000 meters, all the way down to the Mariana Trench, which is 10,000 meters, 11,000 meters, there is absolute darkness. And that's where you have bioluminescent fish, you have bioluminescent jellyfish, you have all kinds of bioluminescent creature. Now, there are two kinds. There is the bioluminescent creatures and the biofluorescent creatures.
Okay.
Biofluorescence means that you take some light and you reflect it off of you. Think of it like the moon. The moon takes its light from the sun and reflects it to Earth.
So that's biofluorescent.
That's biofluorescence. Thank you.
Okay.
And bioluminescence is when you have the capability as an organism to create your own light.
Wow.
This light can mean several things. It can mean aggression. It can mean a call for mating. It can mean fear while running away from prey. So it can mean several things within the deep sea.
Wow.
But where we get to experience it on the beach like this is just absolutely magical.
Wow, it is beautiful indeed. You know, we should take a drive tonight.
To Galveston?
Yeah, we should do that because this is very rare. And I'm not a huge fan of
Galveston
Beach.
Why don't you like Galveston Beach?
Because it's not clean. Because it's like, it stinks.
We can tell the mayor.
Yeah, but then we'll have to go to the mayor of Galveston. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Oh, that's how it works.
Those are lines
Okay.
over there. And yeah, let's take a drive down there. I am actually loving this idea of, you know, just going and experiencing it because I have never experienced it. And I've been wanting to experience it. And what more than in your own home city,
Absolutely.
you can experience that.
So it's actually, even when it happens in California, it's popular with a lot of surfers. Because when they surf on the waves, this light is coming from underneath the surfboard.
Right.
Which creates for some amazing pictures and amazing videos as well. So surfers really have a thing for this bioluminescence because it's magical.
It's just
surfing
magical.
in something
yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's see.
And another thing I was researching today, so we're reaching in Houston, the rodeo. Me and Leena were talking about this earlier as well. I think it's the final week of the rodeo festival that we have here in Houston. This weekend will be the final one. And Leena, I was looking for Houston Rodeo on Instagram, but unfortunately, again, I couldn't find anything to do with the rodeo. All I found was girls in hats and small dresses just taking pictures of themselves. So I couldn't really find anything to do with the horse riding, with the bull riding, whatnot.
Yeah, I'm just looking up Houston Rodeo.
And that's the same thing you get.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so we have no news on that,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Isn't that exactly what I told you?
Which is?
That, you know, this is not my kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the traffic's going to be crazy. First you go and you get stuck in traffic for an hour. Then you find parking for an hour. Then it takes an hour to get to the place. And then you roam around, eat really trashy food for an hour. Take some really trashy pictures. Well, they'll only be trashy if you're dressed up trashy. But if you're not, then too bad. And then afterwards, you're just going to come back home all bloated. And, coming back is an hour and an hour and an hour. So it's just like, that's not my idea
I'm
of fun.
surprised they haven't put you in the tourism ads for Houston yet.
Yeah, because I am not gonna sell Houston rodeo. I mean, I have been to enough bakra mandis growing up for badi Eid. I don't think anything can surpass के दोंदा है के क्या है चोंदा होता है?
I think it's a chonda.
Yeah, दोंदा है
Which
के
is the
चोंदा
2 teeth and the 4
the
teeth.
2 teeth and the 4 teeth. चक्की वाला लेना है कि बाहर चक्की वाला लेना है, you know.
By the way, some context, this is when we used to go shopping for a sacrificial animal on Eid, on Big Eid, Eid al-Adha. Yeah, because people might be like, why is she roaming around Bakra Mandis?
Well, because everybody does roam around bakra mandis at certain time of the year.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right. So it's like, and then you just eat. That
Which is the
bakra.
best part. What would you actually, everything you said, it's this much drive, it's hot, and you have to wait, you have to walk, food isn't good, then it's so busy. I suppose it depends on priorities, on what your interests are.
Yeah.
What event would you be willing to go through all of this for? What kind of event?
I am willing to go through all of this for a Rahat Fateh Ali Khan concert. I am willing to go through all of this for a Michael Jackson concert.
Oof.
And I am willing to go through all of this ordeal of traffic and for the opera.
Wow.
I'll do it for the Grand Symphony. I will do it for a trip to the moon.
Nice.
I will do it for the observatory, to go and look through the George Observatory. I am going to take another 14-hour long drive to go to a national park, spend some time with the trees and the mountains and stuff like that. So
Oh, very kindred spirits you are.
yeah, I'm not lazy. I just like
No, I know. I just wanted to get that across on camera.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I am. I'm a kindred spirit.
So this weekend we have all these iftars.
Okay.
And also this weekend, Leena, I really want to watch Napoleon.
Okay. And why is that? Why this weekend?
I think specifically because I'm trying to find time for both Oppenheimer and for Napoleon.
Okay.
But Oppenheimer is slightly longer. I don't know if I have those 3 hours or so just to watch it. Napoleon, I want to watch, number one, because, well, I'm a visual person. So even when I sense that I watch documentaries, rather than read the history in a book, I find it more captivating. I find it more memorable for myself if I'm able to see it and visualize it. It's different with, say, self-development or fiction, because in that, the only picture you need is the one that's in here. But with a biopic like this, I find it more riveting that I can see it in such a high-quality movie, and especially Joaquin Phoenix. My God, what just the actor's actor he is, and whatever role he ensues, I mean, I don't even know how to describe Joaquin Phoenix, how to put him into category.
Yeah, and what a character. He looks so much in character over
the
here.
Napoleon picture.
Right. And Napoleon now has scored about 200.7 million at the worldwide box office. And the movie took 200 million to produce. So up until now, they have made 0.7 million.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Wow. Speaking of Napoleon, I have a fun fact about Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte, the original one, not Joaquin Phoenix, was at one point in his life, he was attacked by a horde of bunnies.
What kind of person gets attacked by bunnies?
This man, this master commander who leads armies into battles, kills men with no remorse. He was attacked by bunnies. So basically he loved a bit of hunting. So he told his men that, arrange me like hundreds of bunnies together, and then just open the door and let them go. So once they're running away, I'll try to shoot as many as I can.
Okay.
But when they did that and they kind of opened the door, instead of running away, all the bunnies attacked Napoleon.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
I actually have a very interesting story to tell here.
What's that?
So, this is me when I am actually living near Galleria. So, near the water wall, there is this small little pond.
The Sushmita Sen water wall.
Yes, exactly. The Sush waterfall. So, water wall. So, there is a small little pond. Okay. And that was kind of like across the street. And there's a pond and there's some duckies over there. And I decided that I am just going to go and walk on that side. It's going to be so much fun to watch all of these duckies walk away.
Okay. It makes sense in your head. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, matlab, it's going to...
Just nonchalantly, no one's really watching. Just gonna go there, kicking a stone.
Yeah, just going to walk to the other side, and where there's a pond and there are tons of duckies over there. And honestly, there are far more duckies there than you can actually see from this side. So, is tarah se aapko, you can see about like 20-25 of them.
I believe that was one of Napoleon's tactics, because he wanted to attack over the hill. So the enemy thought they were just like 100 people,
right?
But there were actually thousands,
right?
So this is what the ducks did to you.
Yes. So because there's a slope by the pond,
I see.
So I thought maybe like 20-25 duckies are there, right? That's all I could figure out. So once I cross over, I see there are hundreds of duckies over there.
Cute.
Okay. And I had started walking towards them because I'm thinking that it's going to be kind of like a scene from like a movie in my head, right?
I see.
So I'm walking over and they're clearing up the space.
She thinks she's the Little Mermaid.
That's what I thought. Precisely. And Shehzad, you have no idea what actually happens. So instead, like when I started walking, so some of them cleared the way for me, but there were others who were gathering behind me.
Oh.
Okay. And before I knew it, I'm surrounded by these duckies and they look angry.
Ooh.
And they all just started gathering to around me. The circle started getting smaller and smaller.
This is from Game of Thrones, the last season.
Yeah.
But there were people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I start walking towards one side, which is not so densely populated by the duckies. And they clear up a little way, but the other ones are getting faster.
Ooh.
They're like, she's getting away. We got to eat her. I had to actually run for my life,
No way.
cross the street, and promise myself that I am never, ever walking into a herd of duckies.
It must be a herd.
It was a herd.
But did they chase after you across the road or
No,
anything?
they did not. They were cars.
Ah, so that's where we have the edge.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, that was a very, very scary experience. And I can understand how Napoleon felt when he was attacked by bunnies.
Let's go and do it again, and let's make a video this time.
Okay, let's do
I'd
that.
just like to see this
Yeah.
on video.
Yeah, but this time you walk.
Hey, I've already done this. I remember when I was like 7 or 8, and we all, me, you, Papa, and Mum, we went to, I don't know, it was a zoo. It was kind of just like a safari or something, and there was a turkey like just nearby. Now turkeys are like, like 2 foot, 3 foot. It's not a small animal.
Yeah, and you are like a little kid, so you're 2 foot, 3 foot
That's
yourself.
correct. So I'm the same size. And I'm thinking, I'm all happy. I'm all running around. And I'm like, wow, look, turkey. And Dad's like, yeah, go, say hello, whatever. And then instead of just saying hello, I start chasing it, thinking that it's going to run away. I'm like, bah, and I'm chasing it. And then it's running away. And it gives me even more confidence to go even harder. So then I'm like, bah. And then once I am far enough from Papa, I think the turkey played me here.
Oh.
Yes, I think this turkey had read War and Peace. To be honest with you, when I was far enough from Papa, the turkey just kind of made a round. I remember this, and then started coming towards me.
Oh my God.
And I was like, "What? No. This can't be happening." And then
I'm in enemy territory.
yes, now, and I'm ambushed.
Oh my God.
The ambusher became the ambushed, and then I start running away, and it's chasing me, and I'm crying. I'm just a little kid. I'm crying my eyes out, and then I finally get to Papa. Papa, puts me behind him, and he kind of shoos it away. But Papa's attitude was like, you know what? Serves you right. Yeah, serves you right. Yeah, this is what you get.
Yeah.
So don't do this to others, and they won't do it to you. It was a very basic kind of lesson.
Wow.
But I got it.
Interesting.
I totally got it.
Interesting.
Yeah, Papa was not like, no, that's a bad turkey. You're a good son. None of that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, serves you right.
Right. You were harassing it, it harassed you back.
Fair call.
Oh, dear, I'm so sorry. Where was I?
Eventually, I did eat that turkey. No, I'm joking. Would have been a great ending, though, to the whole story.
But you ate one of its cousins, I believe.
Oh, several. Yeah, I've got one ready right now in the fridge.
Okay. After the show. That's for Iftar.
Yes, ma'am.
So talking about Iftar, I know that today we have a dish from around the world as well.
Oh, yes, absolutely, Leena.
Tell us about that.
Today we are going, so in this segment we talk about food, specifically with regards to Ramadan. We talk about food which is a Ramadan specialty somewhere in the world. The other day we talked about Persia, about Iran, which is something that looks like a jalebi. Today we actually have something that's called, apologies if I'm getting this wrong, it's called chorba frik. And chorba frik is from the North African region of Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, and thereabouts. Now, even though some of these countries and in certain regions speak Arabic, a lot of them speak French as well.
Okay.
So you can just imagine the kind of mixture of cultures and traditions that has come there, because that's quite unique to be speaking Arabic and French
Right.
in one country. So Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, that's common there. So today's dish, the chorba freak, which is, I think in Urdu is shorba.
That's what I was thinking. Chorba sounds like shorba.
Yeah, so it's chorba. It's a warming stew served in the winter months and an essential part of Ramadan feast. It's tomatoes, chickpeas, vegetables, spices such as cinnamon, paprika, turmeric, and coriander melt into rich and thick sauce, while lamb cubes add flavoring. I can
Talking
taste
about
it.
food.
Talking about meat as well.
I like how they're cooking it in a clay pot.
This is very popular within Morocco and whatnot. So this is what, even in certain cultures, jo galiyon mein log rehte hain, in small areas, what they do is they have these pots and they fill them up with all the ingredients and they mix it. And then like they have a tandoor, like kind of a bakery. So everyone kind of just takes their pot because they might not have one at home. So they just take this whole pot to the tandoor, they give it to them, and then after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, they collect it back for a certain fee, whatever it is. So this is very popular culture within Morocco and Tunisia. They still do that.
Okay.
And this pot, you will find an essential part of in North Africa. You will find this at any feast or within their culture as an icon. You will find this everywhere, basically.
Right. It actually in Pakistan and India as well, like matti ki handi.
Matti ki handi, correct.
It's like chicken handi is basically is the one that's made in the handi.
In the handi.
And from experience, I can tell that the handi taste is so different
Yeah.
just because the way heat is provided to the food. It's like very evenly distributed. And I have to tell you this. If you ever make chai in a handi,
Ooh.
that is like slow cooked doodh patti in a handi.
With lamb cubes?
No, there's no lamb cubes,
Okay.
unfortunately, to your disappointment. So, but if you do make chai on this handi, which is like really slow cooked, that chai is just amazing.
Wow.
That's like the best kind of chai. But of course, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of patience as well. And Schehzad, now that you mention it, that there's like there are tandoors where people actually whatever they want to cook at home, they actually put in the handi and take it to the tandoor and they cook it for them. I can actually imagine a very primal setting, because we're talking about Africa, North Africa. I can imagine a very primal setting that, it's a small group of people who are actually living like a kabila hai.
Tribal, yeah, very tribal.
There's a tribe and and there is this, because everyone cannot have their own fire. So there is one fire in the village, and everyone just prepares their food into these clay pots and just puts it there and just leaves it there for hours, and
Yep.
it slow cooks, and then in the evening they can just come and collect it from there, go home, or maybe even so just open up your own pots and just have that meal, a combined meal in the communal area. So I'm getting visions of like how we survived and how we thrived, and what would be the culture like of a small tribe, like 5,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago, something like that.
And it's much the same. I mean, even when I was living in Pakistan, it's like, like every second day, if you wanted naan or if you wanted khamiri roti or tandoori roti, you all went to the tandoor.
Yeah.
Like, mummy 10 rupees deti thi ki jao, like 3 naan le aao or whatever, So
ab 10 rupees mein kuch nahi aata,
ab 10
but
rupees
go
mein
ahead,
nahi
go
aata.
ahead.
But then it was like, so it's kind of the same point that everyone can't have a tandoor at home.
Right.
So we all kind of do. And even that tandoor becomes kind of a communal area.
Right.
Where everyone is just talking, ki cricket match tha, ya ye tha.
Right.
Politics. We love talking about politics.
And also sometimes you actually make the dough at home and make the pedas and put it in a tray, and then you send someone with those pedas to the tandoor, and they go and they get it baked at the tandoor and bring it back home.
Yes. Wow.
So that is wow, I love that part of our culture. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. Like the tandoor is so
Absolutely.
amazing.
I think we should work on a chain franchise of tandoors only.
Okay.
We make only naans, butter naans, keema naans, aloo naans, til naans, garlic naans, ginger naans.
Nutella naan.
I heard that's in vogue
Yeah.
since a while.
Nutella naan, cheese naan,
Okay.
pizza naan.
Okay, enough with the food segments.
Okay. Yeah, Shehzad, you bring up food every time in
I'm
Ramadan.
sorry. I'm more interested in the lamb cubes food, not general food. But yeah, never mind.
Okay. So with this, we're going to move on towards our next segment. And in our next segment, Shehzad, we are talking about the flashy, glamorous world of Bollywood. And today, we're talking about Karan Johar.
Ah, yes.
Now, Karan Johar has given us some awesome movies.
Of course.
But once he stopped making those K3Js and KKLD and kind of movies,
KKLD?
like he always had a K.
Oh, okay.
You know, kabhi khushi, kabhi gham, kuch hota hai, kabhi alvida na kehna. You know, he already had a K in the movies. After he's done that, he's really Coffee with Karan became iconic as well. And even right now, Karan Johar has really become a fashion icon. And because of the status that he enjoys, not in Bollywood, but everyone, you know, outside of Bollywood as well, he is going to be hosting the Miss World pageant.
Oh.
So this is him dressed up to host the Miss World pageant. His glasses remind me of something Robert Downey Jr. was wearing. And I guess they're in vogue these days. And this is what he's going to be dressed like to host the Miss World pageant. Schehzad, I am just hoping that he is not making one of those mistakes.
Oh, at the pageant a few years ago.
Yes. You know that mistake? You announce the wrong winner.
So yeah, so basically what happened was that they announced a winner, and then she's like, "Oh my God!" She's like, "Bye, girl, see ya." And then she's like, "Ooh, you know, give me my thing and everything." And then the guy comes, he's like, "No, sorry, that was a mistake. You need to go back. You're not the winner." Dude, don't do that. That's so bad. They're embarrassing you in front of the whole world. That's just so bad.
Was it Steve Harvey?
It could have been.
Yeah, it was Steve Harvey.
Having said that, Karan Johar, it's been a while since I've seen him. He does look like he's changed his style.
Yeah, he has.
And you're right. He is kind of that Robert Downey Jr. look-ish.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Rock
I
look-ish.
love this suit that he's got on.
Yeah.
Like, look at those wings that he has.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, only if he was wearing silver gloves.
oh, nice.
That would have been really iconic.
That would have been a Michael Jackson.
But
look.
look at that ring and that bow tie, and those shoes are very flashy as well. Let's see if we can get those shoes on the screen right there. Yeah. So that's him. And he's going to be host. And this is amazing. It's like really detailed work all the way to the elbow, actually. Wow, what a suit he's wearing.
Very nice.
And he's all decked up to go and host the Miss World beauty contest. And I have this expectation from Karan Johar that he's going to do a fantastic job. He's natural.
Is he still like directing movies and whatnot? Or
Yes, he has come out with some projects. Just right now, just last year, he did Rocky and Rani Ki Love Story. Of course, I didn't watch it.
okay.
I don't have time to waste. I just listen to the songs and watch the songs.
What a great professor she is for Bollywood, isn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
That's the truth. So that is my news when it comes to what's happening in Bollywood.
What was the last Bollywood movie that you watched? Question 1.
I did watch this Bollywood movie last year. I think it was called Ishtihar or something like that. And this movie was really based on how Bollywood, no, how social media can play a very important role in turning situations around when social media is used, because social media is being used and turning into like a mass warfare of sorts. So that was a very interesting angle on social media, and yeah, it's I like the movie.
Yeah?
It was a good job. It was one of those Netflix things.
Likewise, the last one I saw, I think, was a couple of years ago on Netflix as well. It had Taboo, and it was a story of this guy who plays the piano but is blind. But then there's a murder that happens around him. No, he's pretending to be blind. What was it? It was Bhutnath. It was not Bhutnath. Andhadhun. It was Andhadhun. I watched Andhadhun. Have you seen that?
I think I have. Yes.
It's an interesting one. It's a very interesting
That
one.
is an amazing movie. It's called Ayushmann Khurrana, right?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's Ayushmann Khurrana. In fact, the movie that I'm talking about has Ayushmann Khurrana in it too.
I see.
I think Ayushmann Khurrana picks some really messed up movies.
Yeah.
He does that.
Because even in the end of that movie, I love how they kind of kept it open-ended. It's like it didn't end with a definitive that this is what it is or this is what it is. In the end, we still did not know what has really happened. And then it's down to your mind to kind of understand. Just like the ending of Inception. Not comparing Andhadhun with Inception on any level at all.
I wouldn't know the difference because I forget movies.
But in Inception, you remember, I think I can give the spoiler for this one, because I think everyone on the world has watched it. When he spins that top, that's kind of his totem to know that whether he's dreaming or whether he's in waking life. And if the totem keeps going, that means he's dreaming. If the totem kind of spins and falls, then that means this is waking life. But in the end, when he's finally reunited with his children and he's happy, he spins a totem, and they keep doing a close up. It's spinning. And all of a sudden the totem just kind of wobbles just a bit. That's where it cuts. That's where the movie ends. So you don't know if whether that thing was real, that when he met his children and was finally happy, or whether he was still in a dream.
Schehzad, we don't know if we are in a dream right now.
Is there a way to tell?
I mean, honestly, off the camera, this is really a nightmare.
Yeah. What about this girl? What about her? What about these bangs at the age of 16?
Oh my God.
Versus bangs now.
Oh my God, those were the days.
Wow.
Well, these are the best of times as well.
Do you know what? You haven't changed much.
I have not.
No,
Let's see.
I don't think so.
So have I changed much or not?
Really? I don't think you have. Well, I think you become more beautiful as my sister, as we do have great genes within the family, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
But you haven't really changed much. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's a great compliment.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Do you think you have?
I mean, that was 22 years ago.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Oh, 26 years ago.
Okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I'll need to see a baby picture next.
Like me having a baby or like me as a baby?
Well,
Either would do.
sure. I'm not sure where this was going, so I just backed out immediately.
Okay, so let's move on towards our next segment, and this is wordplay.
Of course. And in fact, we had two words today, but Leena was right. She's like, let's put it at one and kind of, let's let it simmer. That's
Because
the
what
word.
happens when you do two words, Schehzad, is that I forget both of them.
No.
Yeah, I mean it's one, even one word a day is really hard to remember.
Okay.
But when you do two, I get confused, and I like to use the word later in my life, but I don't get to do that. Yeah, it's like ऊपर से गुजर जाता है.
So wordplay, as we know, is a word in a different language other than English It could even be in Urdu and Hindi, and I do have maybe a word or two coming in Urdu or Hindi
Nice.
soon.
Very nice.
But today we're going to talk about a word in another language that's so hard to translate because it's so specific to their people and to their culture. Now, today we've got a German word, Leena, and excuse, please, the Deutsch people, don't hold this against me, but it's Verschlim Bessrin. Verschlim Besslin. That's the best I can do.
Verschlim Bessrin.
The Verschlim is definitely German.
Okay.
The Besserin I'm having a hard time with. So, the meaning of this is, do you know that there's always this one goofball that you have in life? You love that person, and that person always intends to do good, but ends up messing things up anyway.
I'm just trying to think if I have someone like that in my life.
Well, so this is a person who accidentally makes things worse when trying to mend or improve them.
So, Verschlim Bessrim.
I am
No, whoever is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It could be me too. In all
Yeah, I would
fairness.
be like Verschlim Bessrim.
It's like, this person, bless them, they have the best of intentions, but it's just that they're such a catastrophe as a person.
A comedy of errors.
They are
living
indeed.
comedy of errors.
They're indeed a comedy of errors.
I've actually had a few comic incidences.
You mean
like
you were the Beslim or
yes,
someone else?
yes, yes.
You were?
I was the Verschlim Bessrim, and I don't know if I should tell the story.
Well, it's your podcast. It's your show, Leena.
Should I tell the story or not?
How about you simmer on it?
How about I simmer on it? Okay, I've decided to tell the story.
Go on then.
Okay, so
Bwahahaha.
I'm in Dubai. Okay, and I'm at intimate wedding party at somebody's house, and there is just one bathroom. What? It's already fun.
I see it coming.
Okay.
But please carry on.
All right. So there is this one bathroom that's being used by everybody. And it's a very nice intimate party. There are not a lot of people, and the bathroom's very nice. The area is very nice, and stuff like that. So, and I'm wearing a sari.
Okay.
So already using the bathroom when you're wearing a sari and when you're always scared that sari may open up, no matter how many times you pin it down.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, like wearing a sari can give you a panic attack because something happens and you're like, oh, is it just gonna?
just everything gonna come undone. I see.
Okay, so when you're wearing a sari, you have to be very careful in the bathroom. So you make sure that, it's like completely wrapped up around you. I do that Indian thing. I wrap it around me and then I'm using the bathroom. And they have this Muslim shower over there as well. So the Muslim shower is set at a very intense. I'm holding the Muslim shower in my hand and I'm just trying to push a little bit.
Okay.
To see what kind of pressure it has.
Okay.
Right? So the sink is right nearby. So I was like, let me just kind of see the pressure over there in the sink.
And the sink, as you know, is curved.
Right. So the pressure for that Muslim shower is intense. So when I do that, not only it splashed all over the sink, but I panic and the button is still pressed. Okay. And the whole bathroom just gets flooded. Now I have to make sure that my sari's pallu is not on the floor. It's not. I'm like, okay, I can recover from this.
You can salvage this.
I can salvage this. I see a towel there. I see a towel mat. I said, it's okay. I'll just gonna wipe it up. Everything. And I'm in the process of wiping it up and cleaning it. And suddenly my ring comes off and falls in the toilet seat.
No.
So I'm thinking, should I flush it?
No.
And then I'm also thinking.
Was there anything else in the
No, there was nothing.
There was nothing.
There was nothing. Like everything stopped.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, should I flush it? Okay, I'm just gonna flush it. But then I'm like, oh my God, if I flush it and it gets blocked, then what is everyone else gonna use?
Oh my God.
And because it's mostly family and friends, so it's not that I'm in a hotel or something. I don't care.
Yeah.
Though anything, someone will fix it.
It's not a good look.
It will overflow, whatever. But I'm like, I can't do that at somebody's house. So I have to rescue that ring from the toilet seat.
Gotcha.
So rescue the ring
that's tough.
with all my jewelry on, wash my hands, then wipe the entire bathroom clean.
With the sari, with the makeup.
With the sari
nail
and the
polish.
makeup and the jewelry, and I'm wearing these sponges and everything. And throughout all this time, I can't stop laughing. Because it's such a comedy of errors.
That's a classic.
Why did I even come to the bathroom?
That is the perfect definition
And-
of a verse Beshlim.
I'm a worse Muslim.
You are.
But no, Schehzad, I'm so glad I did all those things. Because when I got out, there was a line.
Oh.
Everyone would have known
Oh,
I
right.
did it.
Wow.
So, yeah. Should we edit out the story? Was it like a TMI kind of story?
No, it's good.
Oh, thank you. Schehzad.
Sorry, quick question while we're on this story. So once you tested the pressure and then you were like, oh my God, this is too much.
Yeah.
Why didn't you let your thumb go?
Because-
Why were you like...
Because I kind of panicked.
Oh, okay.
I panicked because I did it in the sink and the water splashed out. So I just kind of tried to stop it. And instead of releasing the pressure, I just withdrew my hand.
Can we please never give Leena a machine gun? Please. Let's not take her to a Texas gun range ever. But yeah, but well done on
I've been
on-
to
on
one.
salvaging. Oh, you
A
have.
gun range, yeah.
Did the same thing happen?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, that's the what's it called? Flashback? What do you call it?
One of those. So basically, when you fire it, it's the reaction to the action that kind of just tugs the gun back.
Yeah. So today's
Recoil.
recoil. Okay, yeah, the recoil is too intense to not just drop it and let it go.
see.
So when it comes to the Wurslim Besran,
Yes.
I identify as a Wurslim Beslan.
I think.
But I don't do it to other people.
Yeah, that's.
I
fair
just
enough.
do it to myself.
Yeah, she had the best of intentions for herself, but
Yeah, but I had better intentions for other people.
oh, well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a great story.
Conscientious guest, a
You are.
conscientious citizen of the world.
Yes, ma'am. Well, how are we doing for time? And today's show, it really has flown by.
Yeah, it has actually.
Wow. And we'd love for you as well to get in touch and to say hello. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. Leena Shah, the Leena Shah, Schehzad Shah official. It's been exactly 1 month since we started this podcast, this little
Yay!
project that we
1
have.
month down.
And yes, we are super proud of it. And so much we've talked about. And I was speaking to Leena, I was like, Leena, जो पुराने shows थे ना उनको delete करके उन्हीं shows को दोबारा करते हैं. Let's do them again. And because the camera quality isn't good at all. But Leena is like, dude, Schehzad, we have so much to talk about. The history, the headlines, the number of recipes in the world, the number of jokes, stories, our stories alone.
Cute animal videos.
There's so many cute animal videos. She was
Right.
like, it's okay. What's done is done. Let's talk about more things. And I loved that idea.
Right. Also, Shehzad, because यार हमने आगे लाइफ में हजारों shows करने हैं. Like हजारों. So
Absolutely.
let's move on. Learn and move on.
Yep.
Yes, and we're learning every day.
Yes, absolutely. And Mum, we are getting great feedback from Mum.
Mom, love you.
She used to be our only listener. I think we have a couple more now.
Yeah.
So great stuff.
Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the love. And today's Friday, of course. We're going to move on towards the last segment for the show. And let's have a cute video.
We need a cute video. So which one are we
Okay.
at? Or is it with the tiger cub?
The eye contact.
Oh, yes, I was watching this and just look at how they look into each other's eyes. And this can happen with a dog and a cat as well. I have kind of, been thinking about eye contact. And even within human beings, they say your eyes are the door to the soul.
Right.
But even within certain animals, like, for example, mammals especially, the eyes can give a lot. And animals want to make eye contact. That's what they try to do because it's one of their the strongest senses. A dog doesn't just want to see, but also wants to come and smell you as well because that's its next strongest sense. But then if you look at, say, the great white shark, you see nothing in the eyes. It's cold. It doesn't want to give eye contact. It doesn't even care about what is in front of it. It just wants to devour it because that is in its nature. So there's certain animals you look at, even a crocodile, even though they have those beautiful eyes and whatnot. But the fact is, there isn't really much eye contact that a crocodile makes. It just goes in, gets what it wants, does the death roll, and then eats it up. But with mammals, especially with domesticated mammals, I've seen that eye contact is such an important thing. And next time you're around a kennel or you're around the zoo, try to make eye contact. Let us know how it goes, whether it's with an orangutan, a gorilla, a tiger. Try to make eye contact and you might find something you haven't felt before.
I've made eye contact with a cat.
Oh?
And this was the first time me and the cat was alone.
Did you get freaked out?
No, I didn't get freaked out. So I've been trying to make friends with that cat for a long time.
Is it here?
No.
Okay. Amber Tower.
No, it's somewhere else.
Okay.
And the cat's name is Zizi. So I've been trying to make eye contact, be friends with Zizi for a long time. Zizi's kind of moody.
Okay. Of course.
Like all cats are. But this time, me and Zizi were alone in the room for the first time.
Oh, I see.
Okay. And we were like about 6 feet apart. And as I walked in to the room, Zizi looked at me like this.
Wow.
And I gave a cold stare back.
Good.
I got a cold stare. I gave back a cold stare. And guess what? I did not move my eyes. I had my eyes locked.
I do the same, yeah.
I kept looking at it. I kept looking at it. Because I thought if I move my eyes first, I'm going to be the loser.
You're going to be the prey. This is the animal kingdom. You're not going to be the loser. You're going to be the prey.
But here's what happened. Zizi took its eyes off me first.
Oof.
And it felt like I lost.
But why?
Because that look was like... you know that look?
It's like, meh.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't even be bothered.
Exactly. I thought अगर मैं उसको देखती रहूंगी तो वो उधर देखेगी and I'll keep on looking and I'll be the winner. But in the end, I felt like the loser because it gave me that. It's like, oh my God.
Did it have bangs like you as well?
I didn't have bangs at that time.
The thing is, I think what's happening there on a primal... Now, cats and dogs are domesticated animals, so they
Right.
don't necessarily behave the way animals in the wild do. Like a cat gives off, it shows its belly to you. Just, when it's feeling in a loving mood, so you could pet the belly, you could pet the head. The fact is, an animal, a mammal in the wild, the last thing it'd want to show its belly is because it is the sensitive part. It's when a bear is chasing an elk, throws it down, inverts it, it goes straight in for the belly, So what's happening there, I feel, is kind of maybe you finally reached a level of mutual respect between the two of you. That's what I would imagine. I don't think the cat was I don't think that's part of the cat's nature. I think there was a kind of thing, okay, all right. We've dealt with this. Now let's move on.
When a cat shows you its belly and allows you to pet it, I don't think cat has developed an equal level with you. Because at that time, I think the cat's thinking that Okay, do your job. Pet me. That's what you're here for.
Yeah, okay. I revert. If a dog shows
Kiss
you...
my paws.
Yeah. I think if a dog shows you his belly, he's like, yeah, I love you, hug me, I feel safe and everything. But the cat is more like, do your duty.
I'm the king of this place.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much for watching and joining us right here on the Leena Shah video show. Amazing. It is Friday, and today marks 1 month off the Leena Shah video show.
Yay.
Schehzad, what an honor, what a privilege, what a delight, and what a learning experience to be with you on this show. And one of the comments that I just got recently on Instagram is how we both compliment each other. So that's amazing. Thank you so much.
So sweet. Thank
Keep
you.
the love coming in. Love you right back.
See yous.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.